Hello and welcome. I'm Night's Angel, and this is just a Folf on the road. Thank you for joining me. Alright. Today's topic, we might as well discuss the fandom itself. And overall, well, mostly just me picking it, well, not even picking, just me discussing different aspects of it. Because the fandom itself is kind of an umbrella. You got all these subgroups in it that kind of make up these smaller fandoms. And yeah, a lot of them do pass into one another. And as far as that goes, that's just a can of worms I don't want to get into. But there are a couple of larger aspects, like the artists, the fursuit makers, writers, YouTubers, fursuiters. Those are aspects that we all recognize, because as we all know, the furry fandom the fandom itself started at a sci-fi convention where they were discussing books. So writers were the ones that really started it. Then you had artists start coming in and showing off their work. And from there, it just grew. And now you have a fandom that probably markets to, I want to say, at least a quarter of the human population. But then again, what do I know? But these aspects actually are intertwined. These primary aspects. Because for a suitor to do their thing, they need an artist and a fursuit maker in order to bring a character to life. Because the suitor needs an artist, not necessarily anyone in particular, just an artist, even themselves, to design the character. And then the character is passed to the maker, who makes the suit, and then there you go. One moment, please. Anyway, sorry, I had a bit of foot traffic to deal with. But anyway, the same thing with a writer. Well, a YouTuber, and sometimes an artist. Because you have some artists that do make comics. Okay. Now, trying to make a comic off the top of your head just by drawing it out is kind of difficult. So you need a script. The same thing with a lot of YouTubers. They need a script to work off of. So what do? You write a script. Sometimes it's as simple as having just writing out a few ideas of what's going on, what the characters are saying, what they're doing during the scenes, in the panels, and there you go. It's that simple. So overall, the whole concept actually tends to itself. But people end up overlooking a lot of these aspects. Like, you get great artwork from people, and you don't know where it came from. Yeah, you'll get the little tidbits of information like commissioned by or inspired by or this or that for artwork in some of the comics. But a lot of people end up forgetting about the writer, because the writer's the one that initially told the story using words. The artist just merely took the words and turned them into images. And you still need words in order to convey the story. Well, depending on the story. I mean, some things you can do without any words at all. And if it's done correctly, it can be very motivational. It gets a very strong reaction. And so sometimes it's a good idea to go back and see where a story came from, because I'll tell you a lot about it. And yeah, there are some artists who can actually tell a whole story on the fly. It's difficult, but it can be done. The same thing with the fursuit maker. They can design something on the fly, put it together, and there you go. The only thing they need are measurements. That's just some aspects. Yeah. But when you actually break it down into the different aspects, and then you look at how those aspects are connected, you actually see a lot of structure go into it. And at times, without that structure, you get nothing. So just remember that if you read a comic online done by an artist, but the story is written by somebody else, remember to thank the writer as well. Because without that story, that artwork would not be. Without that person's effort writing that story, you won't have the artwork or the animations or any of that. And yeah, I'm saying this because I'm a writer. I'm an amateur writer. I mean, my works aren't hard to find online. I probably do need to start posting them on FA, but I think you get my point. The different aspects of the furry fandom are vast. And we actually tend to forget where things come from. You know, you guys probably all heard the phrase, no man is an island. What that means is no one can truly make it on their own. And yeah, you have that, but do we really know what that means? I mean, you actually think about it. The means that you use to pay artists for art commissions has to come from somewhere. I mean, doesn't drop into your lap. You got to go out and earn it. And however you earn it, you would need materials. Those materials have to come from somewhere. Somebody produces said materials. Okay. And so on and so forth, all the way around. So, yeah, you've probably heard at the end of a lot of bigger channels, don't just thank me, thank my Patreons, or thank my supporters, or this or that. That's because without those people, they can't do what they do. So yeah, that's how the world should work. Everybody doing their part. Everybody taking their turn, more or less. Because, remember, it takes a lot of effort to get to do anything. And if you think I'm wrong, think about this. It may seem like just a click of the button. Got something in my eye. It may seem like just a click of the button to you. But remember, somebody actually had to make that. Even if it was on an assembly line done by a machine, somebody had to make the machine. Even if the machine was on an assembly line, somebody had to get that assembly line going. It constantly, somebody else did that. Somebody else did that. We tend to forget all those other people when we see the finished product. Because nowadays, artists don't make their own canvases. They don't make their own paint. They don't make their own materials. What they use, the brushes, the pens, the tablets, they don't make any of this themselves. It's all produced by somebody else. They just use it. When you think about that, even if, and this is something that I say often, and it's something that I believe fully. Reality is the agreement of all. Because it takes all of us to build it. That is the simplest explanation for that I can give. But anyway, I think I've been rambling on enough and kind of went way off topic. Well, no, kind of, sort of, maybe, possibly. But it all builds back onto itself. So, anyway, I'll go ahead and end it here. That way you guys don't have to listen to me ramble on anymore. Pretty much, you know the drill. Hit the buttons. Thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, ideas, what have you, even if you just want to stop by and say hi. I actually had somebody do that. Yeah, a new subscriber actually did that. They just subscribed and then posted on one of my videos. Hi. So, but thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I'm always looking for new ideas to talk about, well, to ramble about. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. And I hope to see you guys again in the next. So, until then, I'm Ninth Angel. This has been just a Folf on the road. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, I hope you have a better day. Peace.